John Mellencamp.
Well, I tried to think and nothing happened. So, Tavis knows that's not true. I had actually thought the minute we sat down and he started talking about Farm 825 that he would be the perfect host for it because he's interested in so many things and qualified to speak on so many things. So I'm just happy you accepted the what was it, the threat? Yeah, I'm happy you accepted the threat to come.
Let me ask you, John, while you got the microphone. I have known. Let me just say, I have known John Mellencamp not as a friend, but when I was a student at Indiana University, which is of course in Bloomington, Indiana, where John lives. I used to see him around town because he's such an everyday, ordinary, approachable fellow. And I would see him around town and fell in love with him and his music. Of course, as a college student, had no idea that I'd be blessed one day to be a TV host and have him as a guest on my show, much less than on the 25th anniversary, I'd be sitting next to him on a stage here in Milwaukee. So it's a wonderful blessing for me just to know the journey that I've been on as a fan of John Mellencamp. But nobody's been more dedicated to the viability of small towns than John Mellencamp. So John, let me ask you quickly, how do family farmers fit into your vision of community?
Well, you know, there was a dream once upon a time that this country had that we would raise the bar of the world and somehow everybody would come up to our level. Of course, we'd always be a little bit in front of them, right? But everybody, the whole world would come up to our level. But what happened is through greed and non-caring about other people is that we kind of went down to their level. So really, as we said here today, in the United States, in my mind, is becoming more tribal and becoming almost a third world nation. If you drive into a lot of these big cities, not this one, not this one, but some of them appear to be prosperous. I wonder how those cities are going to look in 20 years when they look like the decimated small towns of America. And that's my concern with, you know, as the family farmer goes America. And that's my concern, is when these cities start looking like the decimated little small towns that I grew up in, what level of this country and how proud are we going to be of ourselves? Or are we just going to point our fingers at each other? Now is the time to act, and I think that I also have a PSA here. I am personally campaigning to get Willie Nelson a Nobel Peace Prize. So, well, I don't know who these guys are, you know, but surely somebody can write something in a newspaper that says, you know, look, Willie has done this. He's kept all of us other guys together and kept this thing going. And you know, I think that he has done a wonderful job and donated, you know, millions of dollars and really cared and really been involved. So you fellers who are involved in this Nobel Peace Prize business ought to take a look at Willie Nelson.
What about a Nobel Peace Prize?
I don't think you qualify for that
Folks.
One more time for Farm 8 founder, John Mellencamp.